yourself.
Hey everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me as always is the best Western to my Hilton Garden Inn, Bradford, Oman.
Well, hey, that's me.
Best Western is Western?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeehaw.
You know what? You get the Holiday Inn Express to my Hilton Garden Inn. Nate Loucks.
I'm adequate.
Talking about hotel, motel, Holiday Inn
Express?
Nah.
That should be the commercial.
Do you feel like Holiday Expresses are they're not bad, they're not good, they're adequate?
No, I mean, like you go to a Holiday Inn Express when you're literally in town just to sleep in a hotel room. Like
Yeah,
you're not.
it's
I'm not going there for the amenities.
I want to trust there's no bed bugs.
yep.
I want to trust but it's fine. It's
It's
does
fine. It's
exactly what I
it's
needed
serviceable.
to do. Yep, I'm gonna sleep well.
It's gonna be fine. It's got a comfy bed.
Yeah, you got bagels and cream cheese and yogurts in a little mini fridge.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to this episode of Hotel Corner, where we will talk about. You know, what's your thread count in a hotel bed? What do you need?
Oh, I don't research that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm a little more of a flannel guy on my sheets, but
Ugh.
not in a hotel. But at home, I like.
What, you buy like t-shirt sheets?
No, I don't buy the t-shirts. I buy flannel,
Like flannel material to sleep
like
in?
a soft flannel.
It's so
sheet.
hot.
It's so hot.
I sleep with a lot of blankets.
I need
too.
a nice cool sheet and like a comforter that keeps it cool.
Do you
too.
sleep with silk sheets on your waterbed?
No, what am I fucking like a pimp over here?
I don't know. You didn't say that was a no, but it wasn't a no to like all of it.
Yeah.
So which is it, a waterbed or is it silk?
Do you have a waterbed?
Yeah, I have a waterbed.
Okay, but it's not silk sheets.
It's the motion of the ocean that keeps it going.
Of course.
Yeah, not silk sheets though.
Have you ever had a waterbed?
God no.
I did.
Okay, rich boy.
Mm-hmm. When I was like 12 or 13, my mom used her.
Were you fucking chicks when you were 12 or 13? Jesus.
Listen,
That's when you're a
waterbeds.
kid. It's different.
Waterbeds were the big deal back in the early 90s.
The only waterbed I had was the one that I pissed in.
Oh boy,
And that was last week.
Hey, we did it!
Pow!
Thanks so much for listening.
Oh,
Drowning in piss.
oh my god, that's your one-man show.
Bradford Oman, drowning in
Drowning in
piss. Coming to the Rosemont.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Well, guys, we're back.
we did it.
Yeah. We had some laughs before, and then we figured we'd do it again.
No, never again.
Granted, I will tell you after this episode, we will be on just a slight hiatus because both Ben and Nate are going on a trip.
Spring break, baby.
There's a little too much overlap, so we're gonna miss out because it's too hard to record remotely.
You don't want to do just like an episode by yourself?
Hey guys, it's Brad.
Hey, that's me.
Just like silently eating a sponsor.
Okay, we're gonna play a game.
I win and lose. So sad. Just sloshing around your waterbed
The sponsor is this Cinnabon from yesterday.
and Zoloft. You know what? Let's talk about the sponsor, Brad. You were very shy about showing us, of course, as always. They were upside down on the counter upstairs. Okay, and here we go.
Well, guys, I just got back from a trip that I drove down to Nashville with my fiancée Brittany, and we stopped at a cool place. And I got you guys each a bag of your own treats this time because I think you're gonna like them. And it's not a weird thing like it normally is. This is a thing that I had for the first time and that I loved. And it's from a place that you can't get easily around here. So don't look at the front of the bag if you can avoid it. Nate, there's yours. Ben, here's yours. Don't look at the front of the bag. Just open it up. Don't look at Nate. Stop looking at the bag. You literally look directly at the bag.
Did you really?
It's the back of the bag.
But still, don't look for any clues. There's printing all over it.
It's printing all over
He
it.
gets so mad.
It does.
All right, so pop it open. Have yourself a little tasty treat.
My word, what are these?
Yeah, have a nice little crunch there.
Okay, to our listeners, looks like a type of popcorn, like a pop.
But wait,
There's cinnamon. It's like a Teddy Graham.
Not a telegram.
yeah, not Teddy Graham. Teddy Grahams don't taste like that.
It's like a Teddy Graham.
Definitely like a cinnamon, like a snickerdoodle.
Oh, they're testicles. Damn it. Brad. Rocky Mountain oysters. Beaver Nuggets. What
Close.
the hell is a Beaver Nugget?
So these come from Buc-ee's, which is a chain of like big like convenience store gas stops.
Oh, I know what a Buc-ee's
Yeah,
is.
they're all
Everyone knows. Everyone
they're all across the country.
Did
But
you really not know what a Buc-ee's was?
no, I knew what a Buc-ee's was, but there's not one close to
They've
here.
got these new things called Buc-ee's. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Well, to be fair, we don't have one. Like literally, the closest one is on the way down to going through Kentucky is where it is, and so like we don't have one in our immediate vicinity here. So
Get more worldly.
when's the last time you went to a Buc-ee's?
I don't know, like last week.
No, you've never been to Buc-ee's, I'll bet. But like it's huge because they have like a whole store area that's like the size of like a proper like Dollar General almost.
You don't need to have another one.
They have their own.
They're pretty good.
You crunch them up. They're real good.
They're real good.
They have like their own souvenirs. They do like rotating holiday stuff with like because Buc-ee's like such a famous mascot. They have like their own inflatables and like holiday shirts and all that stuff.
Their food's pretty good too.
They have great food. They have brisket sandwiches that are good. They have burritos that are delicious. They have their own roasted nuts. They have their own fudge that they make.
Fudge and
calm
nuts.
down.
Fudge and nuts.
They always have at least 5 rotating hookers at each stop, and they're just giving it to them. The brisket, not the sex. The sex is it's whatever. But the brisket was delicious. But no, Buc-ee's Beaver Nuggets. This is a new flavor.
Beaver Nuggets. That's what the prostitutes are called.
This is a new flavor, as far as I know. It's cinnamon sweet, and they also have a sea salt caramel. But otherwise, they just have regular Beaver Nuggets. So
Yeah.
but they're awesome. I freaking love these. I had the cinnamon ones, and I was like, oh my god, these are so good. And I knew I wanted to bring them back for you guys to just crunch them.
You're hypersexualized is basically how I'm feeling right now.
But didn't really hit on the Beaver Nuggets as much as I thought he would.
No, yeah, but you're very, very.
I haven't hit on the Beaver Nuggets hard since college.
You're hyped about this food.
They're
from
really
Buc-ee's.
good. Buc-ee's is awesome.
Beaver Nuggets, brisket, burritos.
They got a lot of good, and their selection of drinks and snacks is like off the fucking chain.
Well, move into one.
They have a whole wall of jerky.
Did you get some stuff for Brad's Junk?
No, so I've been there before, so they didn't have like a ton of new. This was the like big new thing that they had that I hadn't had before. They're starting to get some more of their own stuff that it's just kind of is similar to other snacks that already exist. So they did have some like non-Buc-ee's branded stuff that I hadn't seen in another store before, but that was good to catch it. But yeah, so Buc-ee's. If you need to check one out, there's one down in Kentucky. You should.
Buc-ee's in Kentucky.
Buc-ee's in Kentucky, getting lucky at the Buc-ee's. So,
how was Nashville?
Did you like the cinnamon nuggets?
I mean, they're fine. It tastes like Teddy Grahams.
Nate, you like them?
I like them. Yeah.
Good. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can take.
They're
You,
kind of like a popcorn.
you can take Ben's.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not a huge. You know me though. I'm not really a big sweets guy.
Well, I don't like tasty things.
I mean, even though I look like I am.
Nashville was
I'm
fun.
not.
You would have loved it. I went to Game Terminal that has just under 100 pinball machines.
Yeah, I was jealous of that for
It
sure.
was a badass.
I bet it was.
I was annoyed because someone kept playing Dungeons and Dragons though.
That's the new one for you folks that don't know anything about pinball.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to play it, but I did.
Dungeons and Dragons: The Tyrant's Eye.
I did get a big score on Batman Forever though to tie it back into movies. First time I've ever played it, and I am #1 in our little social group here. So I'm talking about topping 2 of the pros in the area.
I love
so,
it.
Bang, 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 bang.
Would you say it was the best pinball arcade you've ever been to?
It's up there. It was pretty impressive because it's very neat. It's also like a full bar too.
Nice.
So it's a
barcade.
It's a barcade because in addition to the pinball, they do have the regular arcade cabinet and stuff like that, and the arcade cabinets are free to play.
Oh, nice.
So that's really cool. And the pinball is relatively cheap too. It's $1 per token, and each pinball machine is only 1 token. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that is good.
Not bad at all.
Cool.
Lots of fun. But yeah, I got to play a lot of cool pinball down there, and we got some tasty food and just kind of hung out. And Brittany was doing some work down there,
Nice.
and fun times.
Good. Did you watch any movies while you're down there?
I did. We watched a couple movies, but it was stuff that we just watched in the hotel room while we were relaxing. I didn't go to like the theater to actually see anything. I've been really bad about going to the movie theater this year. Actually, I need to like catch up on a ton of stuff. So yeah, I've introduced stuff to Brittany that she hadn't watched yet. Like for example,
we watched Das Boot.
she hadn't seen Saving Private Ryan.
So good.
Had to fix it. Just
Had to fix it. It was 9 a.m. on a Monday morning. I sat her down and I said, "You're gonna watch this."
But no, she loved it. She got very mad at Upham at the end of the movie because he's the one who is kind of a coward and doesn't save Adam Goldberg's character when he gets stabbed by one of the Nazis.
Spoiler alert.
Were you guys mad at him, or were you just like, I'm disappointed, but I also understand because it's freaking war?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like
and,
I
but
felt
it's also
bad
super
for
frustrating
him as well
yeah.
because I feel like he wanted to do something,
Yeah.
and he just got paralyzed. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like trying to hand my dad the screwdriver. You know, I just never did it because I was just crippled with fear.
I said the Phillips, not the flathead.
Sorry, Dad. I don't know.
Scheiße.
Mom, I don't want to do this anymore.
Do I have to go with him? No.
And then she hadn't seen Lost in Translation since she was a teenager, and she remembered thinking that it was kind of weird. She didn't like it very much, and I was like, you should watch it again because you'll appreciate it much more now as an adult. And she definitely liked it a lot more this time and really appreciated it.
Okay.
So, yeah. And it'd been a while since I had seen it, too. And
Are those the only two that you...
So the ones we watched when we were in the hotel room is we rewatched Neighbors, which is always good for a laugh. I love the original Neighbors. Movie. The soundtrack on that movie is so good too. It's just always like especially when they're in the parties and stuff like that. They have a couple great remixes and good techno music.
Is it the first Neighbors where Dave Franco does the De Niro?
Yeah.
Gosh darn, that's funny.
So good.
It's such a funny scene.
Yeah. There's so many great lines in that movie. And then
Zaffron's great in that too. I think he's underrated in that. He's so good.
Ike Barinholtz is really funny in that movie too.
Yes, he is.
And we watched Social Network. Which we just hadn't seen it in a little while and tossed it on. And
how's it age?
I still think that it is one of the best movies of the decade and also the 21st century. I think it's so indicative of like where things were headed as far as like giving our attention and like putting our life in the hands of these like tech bros who have an axe to grind because they're so insecure because of something that happened when they were, young and stupid, and now they've turned it into like this $1 billion industry, and they're still fucking things up for everybody. And I hope that Sorkin gets a chance to do some kind of like Social Network follow up because he's talked about it, and I would love to see him dig into like just that culture and like how
Jesse Eisenberg in it, like basically fighting MMA like Mark does for real.
Yeah. I think there's a lot.
I need
to dig into.
I need a new Sorkin film.
Yeah.
He's been in the theater a little bit with To Kill a Mockingbird and stuff like that, but he hasn't really done a ton lately. Other than
Trial of the Chicago 7 was the last one he did.
No, Being the Ricardos.
Oh, that's right. That was not great.
No,
but didn't he direct that as well?
Yes,
but that was 4 years ago. It's time for a new project. For him.
is.
So
okay.
So yeah. No, that's honestly that's pretty much it. The only other thing that I've started watching is I've watched a few episodes of Running Point, which is Mindy Kaling's new show.
Oh, it's fun
on Netflix
with Kate Hudson, where she takes over a basketball team that's basically supposed to be the Lakers.
It is the Lakers,
but it's the Waves.
It's essentially the Lakers.
That's Waves.
I will say that's one of the things that has always annoyed me since I was a kid. I hate sports movies where they have to use fake teams because it just makes it feel
and
fake.
Obviously there's just a licensing thing,
I know. I get why.
Pay for it,
I get the logistics, but it just always bugged me. Like I hate seeing fake logos and like the fake players and stuff like that. Like
especially when they use the colors, it's like essentially the same thing.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
It's like just say it.
I will say they did do a good job of putting in the effort to giving them like their own arena and stuff like that. Like it's like so that's the Microsoft thing, like, Pilot arena and that kind of thing. Yeah. So like they did some good stuff.
So that's the thing. Like I was just gonna say, Any Given Sunday actually does a pretty good job, even though obviously still fake teams, but the team colors are everywhere. The fans, like you just feel like it's a real team rather than just like
the Beaver Nuggets.
It's just like thrown together, or like they didn't spend a lot of time. Okay, I guess that's going to be the team name, and these are going to be the colors. Like you got to take it seriously. Like if you were actually going to launch a real franchise, because to make it a believable world that you're living in.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's part of the reason, like, when I was a kid, I loved movie, even though the movie isn't that great, I loved
Eddie.
Yeah, I love Eddie because it takes place in the real NBA players, real NBA teams. It made it feel authentic, even though it was just this silly comedy. I loved it because of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let me say this about this show. What's it called again?
Running Point.
Yeah, because I'm a huge Mindy Kaling fan. I just think she's one of the best like sitcom writers.
She is.
And just showrunners, these kind of things. She does such a good job.
In case we haven't said, this show is about a professional basketball team called the Los Angeles Waves, where the owner of the team, played by Justin Theroux, gets into a little bit of controversy, and he hands the team off to his sister to run it. And there are also two other brothers who are kind of like meddling and a bit of like kind of fuck ups in their own way, been like so.
It's very much the story of the Lakers. That is the story of the Lakers, kind of. And so, but what I will say though is I liked the show. I don't.
Have you watched the whole first season?
I did, and I like it. And I think people should watch it. And it's fun. But based on all the other things I've liked out of hers, Never Have I Ever, I think it's just brilliant. I think it's just so good. The sex life of college girls is hilarious. Mm-hmm. And so when I compare those three together, this is third on that list, but it's still good.
This is not as funny as most of the other stuff she's written.
Yep.
And it's missing some kind of spice. And
but still fun. It's still fun.
It's not bad.
Still worth watching. I didn't dislike it, and I'm glad they're getting a second season. But if you've not watched those other two shows and you like this one, watch Never Have I Ever and The Sex Life of College Girls. So funny. Just so funny, both of those.
We have also started watching Severance. I don't know if I mentioned that in the previous.
Did you watch that?
I did not.
Everyone talks about it.
Everybody talks about it.
It's strange.
One of those things that I don't want to watch it now. No. Don't push it down my throat.
It's strange, quirky, has a little bit of like weird humor to it. Adam Scott is fantastic in it.
And people are like, it's like the closest thing to Lost since Lost, kind of.
It's like Lost meets The Office.
Loftus.
Offst.
Loftus.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. I need to get back to the theater. I've been terrible. I still haven't seen Captain America: Brave New World. I still haven't seen Mickey 17. No, I haven't seen.
It's probably going to be on Disney soon.
No, I doubt it.
Really?
Yeah, the Marvel stuff never comes that quickly to Disney Plus.
It'll probably be there.
I mean, it died on. I mean, it did not do well in the box office.
It didn't die though, and it didn't do like as bad as like a movie that like comes out on streaming like 3 weeks later. So I would have bet that it'll probably be on streaming like in May or something like that.
Okay. All right. Nate, what have you been watching?
I watched a couple of different movies. I finally saw the first Wicked because it's a two-parter, right? Mm-hmm. The second one's coming out this year.
The first Wicked. Like it came out in 1984.
So, and as you guys know, I'm a huge musical fan. I've seen Wicked in the theater, like in the
actual theater.
Yeah. I'm
theater.
off Broadway.
Theater.
Probably 3 or 4 times. So I've seen this show quite a few times. But there was something about it that I don't know why I was not excited about the film. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe because I don't know. I the casting didn't excite me. I wasn't sure about Ariana Grande. Like I don't know. There was just something about it that was kind of just preventing me from wanting to go see it. But I did go see it, or I did watch it. I rented it, and it was delightful.
It's pretty good.
It's really good. John Chu does a great job directing musicals.
Yes.
He has a gift for, if you're a musical theater person, this is why I understand why musical theater people genuinely have just kind of gushed about this. It is a very musical theater film. Mm-hmm. Like, he does a great job of not robbing it of the fun choreography, of the whimsicalness of the actual musical. And the cast was great. I don't know why I was so nervous about it. Kristen Chenoweth really became famous because of that role, and maybe I was a little protective of that idea that Kristen Chenoweth owns that role, right? She
Oz.
And Ariana Grande did great. She's
very good.
But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I would definitely recommend you seeing it. I think it's coming to Peacock.
It might be on there already.
Okay, I'm like an idiot. I rented it, but it's coming there soon. And then I watched another film called Old Guy. Have you seen Old Guy?
Is that the movie?
It's a sequel to Old Dads
with
Bill Burr,
Christoph Waltz.
Yes, it is a film with Christoph Waltz
and
so I'm wrong.
Oh, who is
Lucy Liu?
But somebody else. Who's the young guy?
Cooper Hoffman.
Yes, Cooper Hoffman. That's who's in it. Yeah.
Yep.
Again, so I'm wrong.
Right.
It's not a sequel to the Old Dads.
No. Well, I mean, maybe.
Cooper Hoffman has a very famous dad. Who's his dad?
Dustin Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Correct.
Yeah. Who was his dad?
He still is, technically.
I mean, yeah, I don't think
Isn't
he
he
stopped. I mean, but
yeah, but you don't lose your paternity.
exactly. It's still his father. Like,
really?
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
So I was glad you put that.
As far as I know,
is his dad? Like Glenn is
Yeah,
my
that's a
dad.
good question. Is it?
No.
If Tim Konowitz dies, when
don't
I
think
be like, Tim is my dad, I'd be like, oh, Tim was my dad.
no, he still is.
I think in both sentences that's right. He is and he was.
Yeah, you wouldn't say is because it's weird to like pretend he's alive, but
Exactly. So that's why I think you would
but
say
he still
was.
is your father.
Because that's a role. That's
Yeah.
a role.
I disagree. I think it's always going to be was.
No, because like if you die, you're still a piece of shit.
Ben was a piece of shit. No, he is. He is a piece of shit. We can all agree.
If anything, it's more likely because he's in the ground.
So this film was tired. It follows this idea of it's a very baby boomer film, right? Where the baby boomers they're tired of getting replaced by younger people, and so they're going to keep on working
Preach.
and keep on doing. And so they're going to stay in Congress until they're 90 years old and stay as CEOs until they're 90 and not give another generation a chance to lead. It's very much kind of that where Christoph Waltz plays this guy and he's excited because he gets called back out to he's kind of an assassin a little bit or kind of an investigator a little bit, like in that kind of realm, action kind of know thing. He gets called back
Did you say
out.
he's an assassin or an investigator?
Well, like he kills people. Like I don't know if assassin's the right word, but he kills people, and he gets
Because
called.
typically investigators are not assassins.
But
Some assassins are investigators.
They have to be in order to find the target, right?
He's like, let's say this then. So less than an investigator. I say this because he's got to go find the people. So he's like a contract killer, right?
That's an assassin. I mean,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, assassin.
hitman.
Yeah, assassin seems so like.
Bagman.
Mercenary?
Yeah, contract killer. Let's go with contract killer.
Sure, whatever you
Okay,
want.
sure.
But again, so he gets called out. He's excited to get called out, but guess what? It's called out to train the next generation. And guess who doesn't like that?
Cooper Hoffman.
No, it's Christoph Waltz doesn't like that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because again, he thinks he's a stud, right? He thinks he's still a stud. But again, he doesn't want to retire, and there's some hijinks about,
Did you like the film?
No, it wasn't great.
I saw the trailer a while back, and I was interested because I thought pairing Christoph Waltz and Cooper Hoffman sounded decent.
It could have been good.
But the trailer was like, oh, no.
It is exactly what you thought.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, though? Would those two do a film like that? No. I think they would make a good film if they were in it. And it never really redeemed itself.
On a similar note, I've heard that Riff Raff is good. I haven't seen it yet, but that's the movie with
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, who plays a mob hitman, and Pete Davidson plays a younger hitman.
Yeah,
and they're
this
forced to work
concept is
together.
pretty kind of...
Yeah,
it's getting played out a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
But I've heard that Riff Raff is pretty good, actually. So
I heard Bill Murray talking about working with Pete Davidson, and again, this kind of goes back to we talked on the 10 to 1 podcast where we cover Saturday Night Live a little bit more about Bill Murray lately. He's softening as he's definitely getting up there, and he's having these interviews where he's very heartfelt, thoughtful, actually answering questions, not in a silly tongue-in-cheek way, but like kind of searching his soul a bit. And so he had a conversation about Pete Davidson, and it was like, it was a very ballpark question, like what was it like working with Pete? And he goes, anytime that you work with a new actor on the very first day, the very first scene, it's always going to be something where you don't know what's going to happen. And then as soon as we had our first scene together, I started thinking like, oh, okay, because you can't. It's timing.
Yeah.
And comedy is so subjective. And are we on the same page? And from the first scene, though, I knew we were going to have fun, and that's what. To Bill Murray's aspect of things, that's where he's going to have the most fun, is when he can actually trust and play with the other person in the role. So clearly they're going to have good chemistry from that, just from that interview. So I'm more excited to see that film.
yeah, Bill Murray was on Hot Ones recently too,
Yeah.
and talked about it. And they actually brought Pete Davidson in for The Last Dab, which was hilarious because if you haven't seen Pete Davidson's Hot Ones, he was a wimp. And just the last one alone, he's like starts crying and sweating. And Bill Murray went through the whole thing and
Just,
didn't even break a sweat.
nothing. Not even worried about how spicy it was. She's just like, oh yeah, it's pretty good.
He's from Chicago.
He knows about spice.
The final thing I watched, this is for Brad,
No, don't do it.
is a TV show called The Righteous Gemstones.
Nice.
Yeah, the next season. And
I've still only seen part of the first season. I haven't continued it yet. But
You didn't like it?
But no, I did like it. I just haven't picked it back up yet.
it's great. It is so
And I want to
good.
because they're in the final season right now.
Yeah, they're in season 4 right now. So you got a lot of good stuff to catch up on.
Yeah.
But it is so funny. They brought Bradley Cooper onto the show this year. He plays the
Singer from A Star Is Born, but he's in heaven.
He plays like the patriarch.
That's not a good joke.
That's pretty good. He
No,
kills
it
himself
wasn't.
at Star Is Born.
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
Not a good joke.
Hell?
No. Let Nate talk.
It's hard to even keep focus of those kind
Hey,
of
why don't
jokes.
you do another shitty game?
He's got a game. He brought a game.
Hopefully it's better than the last one.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we'll see.
Why do you have to do these things?
Why do you gotta be so
I
mean?
don't know.
Like in our last therapy session, we talked about this. That I don't like when you do this on the podcast. You can belittle me all you want off the air, but as soon as you do it on the podcast, I get very self-conscious.
I don't like when you do surprise dick in my mouth. So
Whoa! That got weird as fuck.
By the way,
yeah, tell me about it.
By the way,
Imagine how it feels when you get surprise dick in your mouth.
That's so weird, man.
Yeah, it's real weird. That's what I'm saying.
It's like he's like working all of a sudden.
Seriously, and it's not like it's lunchtime or something. It's like 3:00 and he's doing it.
Wait a minute. It would be it would be okay if it was lunchtime?
It'd be more expected because like at
what?
least
Why would a penis in your mouth be expected ever?
Have you ever had a hot dog for lunch?
I don't want to say no because I have technically.
Of course
Okay.
you have.
But
Of all people, you've had a hot dog.
Oh, fuck you son of a bitch. Of all people.
You've definitely had a
Oh,
hot
you-
dog for lunch.
Oh,
Come on, man.
tell me a lunch in which you didn't have a hot dog. Hey, I'll have a hot dog and then lunch.
Actually, I'm gonna do the surf and turf, but I'm gonna have a hot dog too.
That's the turf. Oh.
But yeah, no, lunch would be better for it.
I just love the idea of
What?
just.
Oh,
He
come on.
He's just wearing.
I'm working.
How did that happen?
I am working. Why are you in my house? Oh, good
So
Lord.
anyway, Rachel Simpsons. That was fun.
Yeah. I watched The Founder.
With Michael Keaton?
Yes.
Had you not seen it?
Oh no, I've
No,
seen it
oh,
4 or
okay.
5 times.
I don't think I've seen it. Is that the one about McDonald's?
Yes.
You
I
haven't
have
seen
not
it, Nate?
No.
Oh, it's
So
wonderful.
Once you guys decide to start doing assignments again, maybe we'll have to do that.
Watch First Kid.
Oh,
I watched my assignment.
good. 2 weeks later.
Sinbad is Sinbad as always.
Of course. Did you watch it with the kids?
We did. Yep.
Okay.
By himself.
Yeah, watch it by myself. I was like, boys, go to bed.
Ew.
this is Sinbad and Ashley and Ben time. Yeah, just a kind of the same thing as the Richie Rich type movie where
Yeah.
in Blank Check and all.
Of course.
they're just.
But I loved these kind of movies when I was a kid.
I mean, sure, I can see the appeal to be a kid.
Yeah.
and watch these movies for
Also,
sure.
Sinbad, he's funny in this
No,
movie.
he's not bad at all. He's at its peak Sinbad.
Yeah, of course.
It's Jingle All the Way Sinbad, where he's just being that over the top, silly persona, and it works.
He's got such a natural way of doing it though and even though it is over the top,
It's disarming.
it never feels over the top where you're like, oh, Jesus
I'm not.
Christ.
Yeah, I'm. It's playful enough, like you feel like he's actually talking to you.
Yeah.
Watching the movie, and we're all kind of in on the gag that he's just this silly guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not something you need in small doses. He's fine the whole time. Like I never got bored of him. But yeah, no, I liked it enough.
Do you know that the first kid, the actual kid, is
He's a crypto bro now.
yeah, and he's like worth $1 billion.
Yeah.
Well, good
And
for
and
him.
he looks like you'd expect a crypto bro. to look.
Absolutely, he looked like a crypto bro in the
He
movie.
did.
So yeah,
So what I
no way. That is a skinny version of James McAvoy and Johnny Depp.
he kind of looks like Eddie Furlong a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
But no, so I rewatched First Kid actually while I was at the hotel working. I put it on in the background because I knew you had
In
watched
Nashville?
it. Yeah, and I knew you'd watched
You're
it.
that big of a fan of it.
It's been a long time since I had watched it, so I wanted to rewatch it. And I still remembered a lot of it because I watched it so many times when I was a kid. Like I would rent it on VHS from the library, watch it all the time. That's funny though. There's one thing. Several things. This movie has a couple dark things in it and stuff that's like that's not cool. First of all, Timothy Busfield trying to assassinate the first kid is like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah, that's a weird dark turn.
Yeah. Using the internet to trick him to get out of the thing. That's a very To Catch a Predator thing.
Yeah, and so the movie starts with the first kid being watched by Timothy Busfield's Secret Service
Right.
person who hates him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just
And he's a smarmy little prick,
he
too.
is sure. It's like, but he's like it's almost like chicken or the egg, right? Was the guy an asshole to him first? And
That's
that's
true.
because like we are you're thrown into their relationship immediately without knowing, but it is like I was a little bit like, man, fuck this kid.
Yeah. But so something that I misremembered is there's a moment when the first lady takes the kid to go shopping for school clothes.
And all of a sudden, dick in her mouth.
And so
Try on those. Whoa!
Timothy Busfield's getting annoyed because he won't go try on the clothes, and he grabs him by the arm, and
Yeah.
she's like, hey, whoa, what are you doing,
Yep.
abusive man?
Yeah.
And so what I remembered is I thought that the kid accidentally fell partially out of the dressing room, and everyone saw his butt.
Yeah, he just moons.
He moons them.
Yeah.
What's weirder after that, well, first of all, in the moment, is the press all starts snapping pictures
of
of this 13-year-old kid's
Yep,
butt.
yep.
That's child porn.
Yep.
And then, second of all, you find out later that it ended up on the news.
Yep.
Because Zachary Ty Bryan says, yeah, because we saw your butt all over the news. And it's like, they published a story of a child's butt on the news?
Yeah.
What's going on, Disney?
I mean, we all saw Barron Trump's dick front and center, right? Isn't that his name?
I think Barron Trump's bare ass.
What? Is that Trump's kid's name?
Yeah.
Barron Trump? Okay.
I actually just recently found out there's like a meme with Barron Trump because there's a video from when he was like a little kid carrying around like a suitcase in Trump's office. He goes, I like my suitcase. And it's like, okay, you fucking weirdo.
Well, we don't punch down to little kids, though.
He's not a little kid anymore.
But back then, he was.
But now he's not.
But you were making fun of the kid then.
Well, yeah, because he's a fucking idiot.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Ben.
What's it like, catering to the Trump family?
I just don't like to make fun of little kids.
You're not.
This film has a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. Do you think it's better than 20%?
I think it's better than that. I think Sinbad's performance just by itself, especially for when it came out.
Yeah.
It's a 90s
Whatever
movie.
happened, like, honestly, what happened to Sinbad?
He had a stroke, and he lost some of the control of his body. However, apparently he has been getting better, though.
But I feel like he was kind of on top of the world for
in the 90s. He did
4 or 5 years in the 90s.
His stand-up in the 90s, and then parlaying that into film. He peaked in like 95, 96.
He had a TV show, Sinbad show, which was very popular.
But then as recently as a few years ago, he's doing voiceover work too, because he did a voice as himself on American Dad.
House Guest, do you remember House Guest?
Oh yeah.
He did a stand-up tour that was kind of like a comeback thing for a little bit too.
Yeah, he played himself in space with Jeff, the one of the characters' husbands gets abducted. And so it's the ghost of Sinbad and Jeff like flying around in a spaceship.
He also made Shazam.
Very
you guys remember
weird.
Shazam?
No, he did not.
He did not. That's a fake movie.
So,
You know
yeah,
that. You know better. Don't trick our listeners.
95 and 96, he did House Guest, Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco as one of the main voices. First Kid, Jingle All the Way, and then the Cherokee Kid. Maybe it was the Cherokee Kid that got people to...
Don't forget he was in Coneheads.
He wasn't Coneheads, but he wasn't like a main...
We're talking about like when he peaked.
Yeah, he was the star of those, you know.
So there you go. 97.
Sinbad, he did it.
I also watched what else did I watch? Cool story, Ben.
I love when you watch movies and forget about them.
I do it all the time though, buddy. You know? I try my best.
Do you?
I really do.
I
mean, I think I already told you I watched Confess Fletch.
I mean, we watched that a long time ago. Did you rewatched it?
Yeah, I mean, like
Okay.
in the last couple weeks.
Sure.
I watched Horrible Bosses 2.
It's fun.
Again, yeah, it's a pretty.
It's a serviceable follow-up.
They do a very Austin Powers-y, shtick.
Yeah.
Christoph Waltz
Of course.
is in it.
I just like Jason Bateman. That guy.
He's going places. That guy knows what he's doing.
Just love his dry delivery.
Yeah, he's great. I should rewatch Air.
You should.
I watch it.
I love Air.
Yeah,
Air's so good.
it is good to breathe.
All right, you
Yeah,
guys.
I think that's pretty much it, buddies.
Hey, Ben, you want to play a game?
I would love to play a game.
Brad, you ready for a game?
Yeah, I'm ready to play a game.
All right. I've noticed something about the two of you.
Okay, I know the hot dog thing, but like you don't need to point out that we're overweight. I mean, we get it.
Three chubby boys here.
Stop it right
If you're not
now.
even close to being a chubby boy.
Okay. So I've noticed that the two of you, I would say you love each other, but you fight a lot. All right, you disagree a lot. You've got strong opinions, and when those opinions don't align, you guys get upset at each other. I've seen both of you cry. I've seen both of you stomp off.
Is this
I've seen
surprise
both of you-
therapy?
Yes. So I created this game because I wanted to see where you agree and where you disagree on some things. Okay. So this game is called This or That Convince Me.
This or that. This or that. Ben.
Out of this or that.
This or that. This or that.
Convince me.
I'll present you with two options. If you disagree, you can debate them, and I will determine who has made the more persuasive case of who is right on these things. Okay? I will determine. I am the judge. I am the jury. You are the lawyers. Okay?
Who's the executioner?
Judge Dredd.
Ashley.
Yeah, she'll come down here and wreck shit.
And then
What's she gonna do with the game, though?
if you
Shh, don't
Yeah,
tell
you're gonna die.
You're gonna sleep on the couch somehow.
I don't give a
If
shit.
you agree, then you agree. All right. So let's this or that, right? Who is the better actor? And I'm gonna say these two options, and I'll go to each one of you. You guys give your answer. Harrison Ford or Tom Cruise? Brad, I'll go with you.
I think Harrison Ford has shown that maybe he has a little bit more range as an actor. But man, that's tough because Tom Cruise has turned in some really good performances that aren't just like action-oriented Mission Impossible kind of things. I know that's like his big thing these days. But he's great in The Firm. He's great in A Few Good Men. He's great in Jerry Maguire. He's like never doing anything that's like entirely
Which one
unlike
is it?
himself, but like
Good
he also
Lord.
does Tropic Thunder.
I'm sorry, fucking bored.
All right, Brad wins.
Like,
Brad
fucking
wins.
go
he also
through
does
it
something
all.
like Tropic Thunder. So I'm gonna say Harrison Ford.
It's Tom Cruise all day long.
All right, make your case.
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise. You forgot about Collateral, where he plays the villain and he's brilliant in it. His early stuff in
Rain
Cocktail and Rain Man, like his '80s career alone, Top Gun and all that. Those he's very, very good in those movies.
I'm willing to bet that you haven't seen a lot of Harrison Ford's movies from like the 80s and like.
Oh no, I've seen Witness and I've seen Clear and Present Danger and I've seen
You've seen Working Girl?
shit fucking asshole man,
Working Girl,
or whatever.
Sabrina. Have you seen the movies where he's like a charming,
You
handsome
just love
man?
all you do. You love him because he's in the
Regarding Henry?
Indiana Jones movies. That's all you.
No, that's not the other
You're
reason.
you're just fanboying.
First of all, I don't know why you would pick Indiana Jones when Star Wars is right there. You dumb shit.
he's not a big part of Star Wars.
Oh boy.
No,
all right.
at the end of the day, Tom Cruise has been in more higher level films than Harrison Ford, and therefore the expectations have been higher, and he's delivered more often.
Harrison Ford is the better actor, and I think that all you need to prove that is see how many more comedies and romantic comedies that Harrison Ford has done that show his range. Whereas Tom Cruise, he's pretty much always being the serious boy, and I love me some Tom Cruise.
Strong disagree.
I'm going to go. This was a tough one. I think you both did a good job. I'm going to go with Ben on this one. All right.
He doesn't even like Tom Cruise.
All right.
I just don't like you.
He feels sorry for you.
I don't like Harrison Ford as much as you do.
I don't like your face.
All right. Would you rather watch a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie or a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, Brad?
Who's directing?
Jesus Christ.
That's
just
not the
give me the
question.
point already. You pedantic
It's true.
idiot.
No, it's true though.
All right. Ben wins.
Who's directing?
Come on with better questions.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's a great question.
Yeah. So you're definitely going to be excited about a movie that's directed by Paul W.S. Anderson.
The question
It's more about the
question
Spider-Man.
implies that it's everything else is across the board is the same. It's just the actor is different, man.
Like, which one do you like better, right?
Exactly.
The Spider-Man as made by Tobey Maguire, or
It depends. I'm sorry that I like to look at the whole picture.
It's Tom Holland, and you know it.
No,
He's right. It is Tom Holland. Okay, you win.
you have recency bias and you don't understand acting.
All right. What is the better film, Brad? Con Air or Face Off?
Face Off.
Why?
The
Make your
action
case.
action is better directed. The performances are better, and it knows how to lean into good action while being a little bit tongue in cheek. Whereas I think Con Air is like a little bit silly without necessarily knowing it.
No, I completely disagree. I think Con Air is by far the better movie because it knows exactly what it's doing. It's being silly on purpose. Cyrus the Virus and Diamond Dog and then the Buscemi weirdness. I mean, and the long hair Nick. It knows exactly what it's doing. Whereas Face Off is more of a straightforward action movie that you are supposed to believe some really unbelievable shit.
Yeah, it is
but
pretty
it's
unbelievable.
passable because of the action only. But there's not really
No,
they're
no,
not playing it tongue in cheek at all. Though.
John Woo is balancing a high wire act of a tone there, where he can lean into the action that comes from John Travolta's performance doing Cage, and also still keep like the drama and the action high.
And
I don't think that there's a lot of genuine action or a genuine drama in Con Air. I think that all the drama in Con Air feels a little bit hokey.
I think that's purposeful, though. I think it's supposed to be a very in your face, put upon, exasperated movie where everything's just kind of at the 11s. I think that's on purpose.
I think it's Face Off all the way.
It's Con Air all the way. Nicolas Cage with the long hair should seal that deal.
It's true. Nicolas Cage with long hair wins. We're gonna go.
There's no rhyme or reason to this game. This is almost worse than the last game.
I like the barometer, isn't it?
No, it's the barometer. There's no rhyme or reason.
All right. So I saw this thing on Instagram where somebody had a home theater system, but it was state of the art. I saw at Walmart, by the way, they have like 96-inch TVs now, right? They're ginormous.
Let's be clear.
Right?
If you're buying a 96-inch TV from Walmart, it's not going to be the best TV.
I'm just saying it's ginormous, right? It is huge, and you can. It's bigger than what you would expect to watch. I
would expect it to be 96 inches.
But so I want to know, what is now in 2025, right? I'm not talking about historically, but in 2025, what is the better film watching experience, going to a movie theater or watching it in a really nice, high quality home theater experience?
Home theater all day long.
I think it depends. There are some really great home theaters out there, but I think that if you are able to go to a nice multiplex theater with like the biggest sound system and like comfortable seats and stuff like that, the communal experience that comes from seeing a movie with a crowd that's excited to see it, whether it's a comedy or an action movie, and enjoying that together with people, that makes it more enjoyable than just sitting by yourself in a home theater system.
I make one single point that makes me the winner here. I have now, because you said it's 2025, I have, no matter how far in the movie, it's been a great experience so far, I will never not have anxiety that this is about to be ruined at any moment by somebody coming in, doing something weird.
No, for sure.
Or somebody trying to get attention from other people.
Yep, or getting their phone out or whatever. So 100% of the time, I would absolutely prefer to watch a movie at home on a nice theater and not have the anxiety of going into public.
Do you have any other counters to that?
Like I said, it depends on the theater, and so like if you're able to go to a place that's like an Alamo Draft House where the people are respectful of like the thing, and they're not going to be texting the entire time or talking to their fucking buddy about who they fucking took out to the hootenanny the previous night, then like the theater experience as far as enjoying like a quality movie in the way that it's supposed to be seen for the most part on the biggest screen possible. For me, it's always going to be better.
But the way it's supposed to be seen is it's being basically 99.5% at home now because of the technology.
It's not though, because because not everyone has a screen that's anywhere as big as a movie theater or a sound system that's as good as a movie theater.
No, it's imperceptible.
It's not. That's not even really true, and that's coming from somebody who probably hasn't been to the movie theater in 4 years.
I think, Brad, you make good points. Going to a really, really nice theater is probably gonna be maybe the best, but I don't think most people can go to those theaters. How many Alamo Draft Houses are there?
Oh no, for sure. I mean, the Alamo Draft Houses are regional.
You're never going to get over that anxiety.
There's one in major cities
of just like somebody's going to ruin it at every moment.
I think in general, Ben is right now. I think the at-home theater experience. It's like when I go to Notre Dame games. I actually almost like to watch sports events at home more than I like to go to them in person.
The public sucks, man. It's just I don't want to do it anymore.
I don't disagree.
And for the most part, the theaters suck.
I don't disagree. There's a lot of bad shit out there, but I always prefer going to a movie theater than watching a movie at home. And sometimes that's even with movies that I have at home. Like, for example, this week, I'm probably going to go see the 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie in theaters because it's the 35th anniversary.
And I can't wait for it to get ruined for you by some chuckle fuck that walking in and talking.
And I haven't seen it in theaters.
It'll be me, by the way. I'm going to walk in and be like, oh, turtles! I love turtles!
All right.
You guys got any Beaver Nuggets?
All right, here we go. Ben, this is a question that I think, because I know you use AI, you've used ChatGPT for different things. I know that you kind of incorporate it in some of your business stuff. It saved you time. And I know movie studios are doing the same thing, right? If you can use it in small business, why shouldn't you use it there?
Yep.
The studio system, kind of is increasingly using AI to generate movie ideas and improve scripts and stuff like that. Is this good or bad for the industry?
I do think overall it's good. I think that the idea that you can't harness technology at all out of spite is a silly proposition. I think that if you can use it in the right way, where if you're coming up with most of it organic material and you're filling the blanks with ChatGPT or something like that to kind of flesh out your ideas and help it bounce ideas off the wall, like that's only going to improve your writing and make you better at what you're doing. And if it gets you over an obstacle, then you get to produce a better script overall.
No, that's a very business-oriented approach, and I expect that from somebody who is just trying to like make the almighty dollar all the time. I'm fine with the use of AI in limited capacity when it comes to stuff in the entertainment industry, because there are things that AI can effectively be used for.
Like what?
Things in visual effects and stuff like that. AI technology can be used to make the development of visual effects easier. Certain things like replication, stuff like that. But my problem comes from when you start harvesting and using copyrighted material created by other artists to create quote unquote new original things, when the only reason those things are coming out and like looking potentially cool or interesting is because they're taking ideas that have already been created by somebody else and just remixing them in a way of like some DJ doing a fucking movie remix. That's the kind of shit that I hate. And I don't think that we should be using ChatGPT to like come up with ideas and stuff like that, because all it's doing is using pre-existing ideas to like come up with something that's quote unquote new, and that's garbage. That's not how creativity works. Like the best stories have all come from people.
In that pitch meeting for fucking Speed, they were like, it's Die Hard on a bus. They've been doing it forever, so why not just let AI do a little bit of it too? Like, who cares?
It's different because
how is that different?
It's because what they're trying.
Literally building something on the backs of something that already
that's
exists.
literally the smallest like use of AI. They're talking about using AI and like replacing jobs that are like done by artists and creative people.
Yeah, but you just said it's fine if you have to do it for repetition. So you're not paying a digital artist to do that anymore. You're letting AI do it. How is that not
that's
the same?
not the same thing, because I'm talking about using it as a way that assists digital artists who are still doing work themselves, whereas studios want to.
I'm talking about using it to assist somebody who's writing a script.
No one who's writing a script wants to use ChatGPT or AI to write their movie, because they're fucking writers and they do it themselves.
I mean, 1925, sure, but it's 2025, man.
No, it doesn't matter. You still don't like the writers are writers because they're fucking creative minds. You don't have to ask a computer to write a fucking story for you. And if you are, you're a fucking idiot, and you're upset because you can't write a story yourself.
But the writers aren't footing the bill for the cost of the film, though.
That's why it's show business, and like you either sacrifice some money because you want to make a movie, or you don't. And if you want to start making movies that are just based off of AI as far as technology, writing, and like that, you're going to see a lot more shitty movies than you are right now. And it's
by the way, I think that's impossible. Right now, we're turning out some of the most dog shit things in the world.
First of all, there have always been bad movies, and no, not most of the movies aren't bad. That's like such a grandpa thing to say. All the movies are crap these days. I remember back when it was good in my day.
They're not making 90s studio comedies anymore.
I know.
Yeah, that sucks.
Because it's all about
Where
money.
Are the writers
you think they're suddenly going to make those because AI takes over? You dumb fuck.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're going to.
No, they're not. Because they're not doing it now.
They're going to be better.
People are writing those movies. They're not buying them.
Write a film in the vein of 90s comedies like Tommy Boy and Wayne's World with the type of humor
But go ahead and do it. And let me know what you come up with.
I mean, I'm not an AI computer.
No, but go ahead. Go use AI.
I can't do it.
Go use it. Go use AI.
I can't do it.
No, it's so good. It's so good. You know how to use AI. Go ahead. Go do it. It's so easy. It's gonna be great.
I can't do it.
It's gonna be great. Go let AI run your
not
fucking
an AI computer.
That's not how it works, Brad. Do you not know just how it works?
Go let AI start buying pinball machines for you. Let AI run the gutter company.
So why can't we? A question for the judge here. If this makes the processes more efficient, and certainly it's going to cost some jobs. So it's going to cost jobs in every industry, right? You might have to hire less people to do office management because AI is going to help with some of those processes. Right. But technology has been doing that for years for you. Not even just
AI.
I
said, I think there is a use for AI in making certain things more efficient and easier.
Yeah, but you're trying to pick winners and losers here, and you're saying the artist shouldn't.
No, the things that the studio, a lot of the things that the studios want to use AI for are to undercut paying artists who come up with the things that have made millions of dollars and become pop culture staples. The things you love about movies came from people and ideas that they came up with. It's not computers. It's not AI coming up with. AI is not going to come up with anything better than what people do because that's just remixing what already exists, and that sucks.
Yeah, but
and sure, people do that because there are remakes. And Quentin Tarantino steals all the time. But the difference is it comes from people, and people deserve to be creative. And the problem is that AI is being fueled by a bunch of tech bros who have always wanted to paint, who have always wanted to be able to write, but they don't know how. And now they think, well, now I can go I'll be fucking Steven Spielberg. I'll go make a fucking movie because I got AI now. I can make a movie I want to. That'll be fucking great. No, you can't because you're stupid.
Spielberg basically ripped himself off to make the Fablemans, right? So he's still doing it.
He didn't rip him.
Right? He's just using everything else to now make that movie. It's the same thing as AI.
Nate, this game feels like an attack.
Who's right or wrong? Me or Brad?
I'm kind of with Ben.
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah, because fucking go use AI to write your fucking sermons, bitch.
All right.
Okay, we're done. I don't want to do it anymore. I was waiting until his blood boiled, and then I was going to be done.
I knew this one was going to get over. I texted him earlier today. I said, "Hey, let's do this thing with Brad where it's a this or that,
and I'll side with you every single time, no matter what."
And I just want to get his blood boiling, and we can see if we can do it.
So none of those opinions that I have are valid at all.
Only AI. Only AI was the.
Yeah, I know. And honestly, that was my question. Yeah, I sent him that. And said, do the AI thing.
This is what happens when I go on a trip. You guys plan a stupid fucking prank? What is that, fraternity house? What is it? So am I gonna have to go fucking drink beer out of someone's asshole next?
You think I showed up at Nate's house putting your dick in his mouth?
No, dude, he puts his dick in my mouth.
No, that's not what I heard.
He said surprise dick.
No, listen, I wouldn't notice if his was. But the next question, the next question was going to be Scarlett Johansson or Jennifer Lawrence, and I knew that was going to get you really.
But that's a tough choice, honestly. I love both. So.
No, but I would have at that point I was going to turn on it and be like, Jennifer Lawrence isn't even that pretty. I would have just gone down that.
We were just going to keep on pushing until we got you to the point that we got you.
So to clarify, because the only shitty part about this is if somebody tunes out, they're really going to think that I think all those things without the resolve. So
I think you do think all those things.
No, I think Harrison Ford is by far the better actor than Tom Cruise.
Sure.
Come on,
for
man.
sure.
Jesus Christ, it's Harrison Ford.
Wow.
Oh God!
What about Con Air or
Face Off is way better than Con Air.
Yeah, see, I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, no, it's what were the other ones?
Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire.
I mean, I would love Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire, he had no reference point. It's of course Tobey Maguire.
Home theater or in theater?
If you're doing apples to apples in a perfect theater experience or a perfect home experience, I'm going to the theater every single time.
Apple doesn't have a movie theater.
I think they talked about.
I wish they would.
Yeah.
That's so funny, dude. As soon as we got to AI, though, I'm like, we had another one. We're gonna kill him.
Here's a couple of other questions.
I wrote a couple of these.
A24, trash or still relevant?
Well, he probably does believe that though.
I was gonna go hard though. Nothing they make is good anymore.
We had some planned.
We really
gonna
did.
push hard.
We were gonna get
a couple of cum dumpsters.
Yeah, this is great, man.
I'm not bringing you guys Beaver Nuggets ever again.
So Nate comes in, and so the first question he asked though wasn't one that we discussed. So I was like, oh fuck, is he fucking with me now?
No,
I didn't know if he was like.
No,
really
I wanted to kind of give some simple.
No,
ones.
that's fair.
The one I did have.
Great job.
Thank you. Did I repeat myself?
Awesome.
This is serial killer bullshit.
It was so good.
The one question I did have.
Listener, watching Brad get more and more uncomfortable, and then finally just lose his shit with the AI stuff.
He
starts stuttering.
By the way, our listeners don't know. We kind of did this to Brad last night on our text thread.
Yeah.
We were kind of.
But I didn't give a shit about that.
Yeah, that was fun though.
Yeah.
You did tonight. So
that's just going to show you how much I fucking hate AI.
Oh, that was so funny.
By the way, here's a question for both of you, and this is honest. Robert De Niro career better, or Al Pacino career better?
De Niro.
That's what I thought too. But a lot of people love Pacino.
Pacino's great.
Pacino is great in so many things, but he's also dog shit in quite a few.
And
things.
to be fair, so is De Niro. But I think De Niro has greater range than Pacino.
Yeah.
And then the other question I had, the last one that I had that I thought was that I wrote. What film series is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
I think Lord of the Rings is the better
technical,
but I think that's easier too because there's only 3 of them, right? It's hard to do 7.
Yeah, because I'm not including
whatever it was.
The Hobbit in there,
and it helps that they made them all at the same time too, so they feel very cohesive.
It is the better, but it's like you almost give a caveat because it would have been really hard.
Here's the thing, though:
is
you say there's less of them, but if you include the extended editions per hour, right? Not that much difference. Honestly.
Yeah, it would be about
They're a little over 4 hours.
yeah,
apiece,
it's almost
right?
12 hours total.
Yeah. No, and that's fair. The Harry Potter movies are a lot more hit or miss. It's two children.
So you think
They are mostly hit though.
But
I
no,
do-
but
I do
they're-
love
but
the
they're-
Harry
but
Potter.
but also in tonality, like they're two children's movies, and then it gets Azkaban gets pretty dark pretty quickly.
But I think if anything, Harry Potter, because it is a longer series and because the characters grow over a 7-year period, it benefits from having different filmmakers and
for sure.
different tones.
No,
and,
I'm just saying. I still, even though I like the Harry Potter movies myself more than I like Lord of the Rings, because that's just my
Yeah.
predilection. I still respect the
Lord of the Rings is better.
way more than I respect the Harry Potter franchise.
And we talked about this a couple months ago when Finn and I rewatched them. They still have aged so well.
It's been
well.
at least a decade since I've seen them. I definitely think it's due for a rewatch.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you
you should.
rewatch
Could I
them,
watch them with the boys?
yeah, you can watch them with the boys.
There's-
The orcs are scary.
yeah,
at times.
there's some scary moments. I think,
I don't
especially
know how your boys are,
especially
but-
They watch the Harry Potter stuff.
I think they.
yeah, I think Prisoner of Azkaban is every bit as scary.
Lord of the Rings gets a little scarier. I think.
I think
especially in Return of the
extended
King.
edition has some even more scary parts in
Yeah.
it. Like they
We would.
I
I
also-
wouldn't do that to them.
I also think it's going to be a little more.
Just for the longevity.
It's going to be a little more boring for them. I
Yeah,
think,
that's
too.
true.
I agree.
Because like
I
the,
think-
the fantasy language isn't as like
12 to
14
Yeah.
12 to 14 is a perfect age
Yeah.
to kind of introduce them. So maybe wait a couple more years.
Fair enough.
There's an Instagram site that just keeps on popping up, and I go and check her out every time. It's this woman that's reading the Harry Potter books for the first time, and she posts these clips, and she's just sobbing because she's at the end of it now, and like, you know, I've never read the books, but obviously
What?
I know I've never read the books now.
Dude, Nate, like I mean, unfortunately, J.K. Rowling sucks now, but like I'll give you my copies to read.
Mhm.
So you
So
have
we
to-
don't give her any more
yeah,
money.
but the books are so good.
Yeah, and so she's. I'll send it to you guys later in our chat thread. But so funny because she gets so upset about where the story is going and how many people are dying, and it's so funny to watch it through her lens. Somebody that has not seen the movies, has not read the books, and you realize Harry Potter can be pretty heavy,
Oh yeah,
right? There's a lot of death there.
the books
So,
are even heavier than the movies are.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, their books compared to like a DVD would just be heavier.
All right. Thanks so much for playing that game. Let's do some trailers.
Ben, why don't you do the trailer song for us?
Putting together a trailer song on the very first go round with my friends Brad, Nate, and Ben. We're gonna have a downtown.
Oof. Okay.
I don't think that followed an actual song.
Oh, yeah.
But
No, I made it up.
And the rhyme was
okay.
dog
Go-
shit. So
Yeah, I couldn't come up with anything at the end there.
he ended up referring to himself in the third person.
Yeah. That's what you get though.
It's all right. I'm
Yeah,
fine with it.
whatever.
You can't take what you
He it's like he had AI write it.
I did listen to a song the other day written by AI, and that's where they get tricky because there's so much crap music coming out that
Mhm.
it is not hard to do an AI song that sounds like it should be on the radio.
You're telling me that Truck Bed wasn't written by AI?
It is. Honestly, especially country music, where it's like make a song about, you know, hot country nights and beautiful country women.
Drinking a cool beer on a warm night with a
someone-
hot woman.
Someone sent me one. There's accounts out there where it's like AI doing like country songs. There's one where it like starts talking about butt fish and it's,
Yeah,
it's,
it obviously is. You know, they're doing these things on purpose, but it becomes like I'm on my truck horn having
Yeah.
a corn night.
and I got my butt fish,
Butt fish.
and I pulled out all my butt fish. Oh my gosh. Well, let's talk about a couple trailers. It's a Disney edition of Trailer Time. Good job, Nate.
Nate pointed at Brad to take over, and
Yeah,
Brad
like,
goes, "Fuck you."
No, not doing it. Not doing it.
That's
He's
what you
got
get
no
for shitting on
songs.
me
He's
with
got
your
no songs.
nasty
Yeah,
brain.
yeah, we can really expect that.
Usually he's a good collaborator, but not
The
tonight.
first trailer we'll talk about is Lilo and Stitch, which is the live-action CG hybrid remake of
I'm
the
never gonna watch any
original
of these.
animated.
I'm not watching any of these.
I will say,
I'm going to watch this one. This actually looks pretty good.
this is the first one in a long time where I actually thought it did look decent. It's definitely treading the exact same
That's
territory as
thing,
far as the
like,
story.
It's the same
But
movie.
Lilo is adorable.
The young girl playing Lilo is very cute, and she has a very like fun personality, and I think that it's different enough to like make the movie feel a little bit different from the original.
Funny enough, that girl, CGI.
and Stitch looks fun in this. Like there is.
Well, it's the exact same design.
I know,
it's the same
but, like-
thing. The same problem with How to Train Your Dragon, where the animation is exactly the same, except they just gave him photorealistic fur.
Except How to Train Your Dragon is supposed to be a dragon, right? So you understand.
Well, Stitch is supposed to be an alien.
I know aliens can look like anything. Dragons,
But-
we know what dragons look like. There were dragons that roamed this earth.
But Stitch looks exactly like his animated counterpart with just photorealistic texture.
I know, but I'm okay with that because Stitch is supposed to look like Stitch looks. I think like if they were gonna do a How to Train Your Dragon, they had limitations in the animation with what they did with what's the dragon's name?
Hiccup.
No, that's
Toothless.
the
Toothless
kid's
thinking.
name.
It's a test you passed.
And I felt like that was an opportunity to make it look a little more like a real dragon because you didn't have the limitations of the CGI in like 2008 or 2010 when it was made. And so like I felt like it was a way to update that and really make it look like what we kind of perceive dragons to look like now.
But that goes back to like the problem of what it is in making animated characters look photorealistic is the problem you have with something like the Lion King is the animated versions of the characters are able to express so much more because they don't look like real lions. If you make photorealistic lions and you try to make them act like people with facial
Smile.
expressions,
It looks
it's creepy
fucking
as
weird.
fuck.
It's
Yeah,
Uncanny Valley.
and so like that's why if you were to do a dragon that looked more quote unquote realistic, like the ones from the Bible, Nate, then it would be weird because you'd basically be watching like Khaleesi's dragons, but be adorable with a human, and that would be just as weird as watching lions try to act like humans, So you have to keep some of that.
It worked for Rick and Morty.
And that's why I don't like seeing them bring the cartoonish animated elements into live action because it feels like such a weird clash of artistry.
This is directed by Dean Fleischer Camp. He directed another film I really liked. Which one is it?
Schindler's List.
No. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
It's a great movie, and he's a good director.
Because he's married to
Jenny Slate.
Jenny Slate. Yeah. It's so I trust him. I thought Marcel the Shell with Shoes On brought a nice, adorable energy to it.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that this will as well.
Yeah. I will say the one thing that I'm intrigued by is how they fit Zach Galifianakis into it as a quote unquote human character, because that's something that they didn't really do in the animated one. And that's kind of an interesting thing that they have to do in this one is because they have to figure out a way to make the alien characters blend in with humanity. And so you see a quick shot of it in this trailer where Zach Galifianakis deactivates whatever alien projection that makes them look human. So like that's a cool little wrinkle of like that they'll play up for comedy and stuff like that. That's different from how those aliens were in the original animated version. So I think that there might be some elements that are different enough to make it stand out more than your average remake.
Has it been long enough? Will they bring back the Twin Towers
Well, they can't.
They're not there anymore.
in the film? Famously, Disney changed.
For those who don't know, Ben's referencing a decision that Disney made where there was a sequence in the third act of Lilo and Stitch where a spaceship did crash into skyscrapers, and they had to change it.
This film was
and
released in 2002, by the way.
Yeah, and the spaceship looked more like a jet,
Yes.
and the buildings were reminiscent of an office tower.
So they did change that because of 9/11.
Yeah.
So that was a big change they made. So I can't imagine they're going to.
Bring them back.
I wasn't expecting to actually kind of be excited about this, but there was enough in this trailer. I'm like, yeah, this kind of looks adorable. I think if I had smaller kids, particularly, this one would be good.
They're too tall now.
I also like Lilo and Stitch. Well, I think they would be more excited to go. But I also like Lilo and Stitch. I think it's a good story.
I'm not in this family.
Yeah. So I'll see it May 23rd. It comes out.
Apparently, the trailer did gangbusters views on YouTube. So.
Do you want to see Stitch's dick?
Whoa! What the fuck?
What? I'm not walking here anymore. Fine.
Jesus Christ!
You're fucking lost, fat boy.
Jesus Christ, Stitch, you're a bitch.
Yeah, bring back the Twin Towers.
More like Lilo and bitch.
I would have taken him down.
Pervert.
I did take him down.
Oh my God, he's a terrorist.
No, Osama bin Stitch.
Osama Stitch Laden would have been.
No, that's not my fucking name.
Huh.
The bitch boy Brad.
Yes, he really is.
Can't they all hazen?
So this is the next.
Don't interrupt Stitch.
By the way, I hear Snow White is good. Speaking of live action,
From who?
Yeah, wait. Did AI tell you that?
Yeah.
no, I saw
Rachel Ziegler's mom?
Yeah, I think so. It was yeah.
No, I'm sure the initial wave of influencers like,
Yeah.
oh my God, Snow
Yeah.
White is so good because they gave me free popcorn and an iPod Shuffle.
I heard Rachel Ziegler did a good job in it.
iPod
But it's a Greta Gerwig. I mean, she wrote the film, right? So could it be good? Could be.
There's a lot of backlash, and I don't know how that's going to survive that.
Some of the backlash is wrong because it's from people who are like, Snow White's white. My backlash is it doesn't look very good, and the dwarves are terrifying.
Yeah.
Also, Gal Gadot, sorry, not a great actress.
No,
She's really not.
beautiful though.
She's gorgeous, but I saw a supercut of her acting online the other day. Just somebody
she's
put it
not.
together.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's not very
She
good.
got lucky with Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that comes out March 21st. Lilo and Stitch. These are the live action Disney films coming out May 23rd, and then Moana comes out next year, July 10th. And they've got others in the works. They've got Hercules in the works, directed by Guy Ritchie. Robin Hood, which is I don't know. What about?
I don't want that one at all.
Exactly.
Wait, is it the Robin Hood with the fox?
Yeah, with the
Oodalali,
animals,
oodalali,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
It's not worth it.
Then
None of this is worth it.
the Aristocats, directed by who?
Penn Jillette.
Who's attached to it? Questlove.
At least the music's going to be good.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Bambi.
They shoot a real deer.
And then Tangled is also.
Yeah,
has
they're doing
been
them all.
announced.
They're doing them all.
But again, I don't. Those don't have no release dates. I don't know if any of them have even.
I'm
Started.
sure they'll probably all get made.
Yeah, for sure.
But switching gears a little bit, another live action movie from Disney that's coming out, Freakier Friday, which is the sequel to Freaky Friday that came out all the way back in 2004. How about them apples?
It's very timely. So that's what I'm here for.
People have been asking for this for a while, actually.
Clamoring.
Who?
Lots of people who love the original
Nobody.
movie.
Lindsay Lohan's
Nobody.
publicist.
Exactly.
But
This needs to be released onto the Hallmark Channel.
well,
This
won't
is
go that
a
far.
direct to video sequel.
For sure.
Is what it,
Yeah, I was hoping that there would be like another fun wrinkle to it, and even though that wrinkle is like obvious, I'm just not intrigued by what they had in the trailer. Like, obviously, Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis can have fun again, but I don't like the
I don't like the little girls.
It doesn't.
in the
It looks
film.
very Camp Rock. It
Yeah.
looks very like made for the Disney
actress
Channel
is
type of
playing
film.
the next generation, the younger ones. I'm like, okay, I don't care. Like, we'll get somebody who like I'm more interested in seeing it. You know, I don't know why you wouldn't get like someone who's a name who's like
Julia Butters is one of them. She was Reggie Fableman in the Fablemans.
Yeah, get a name, Brad.
And she was Trudy Frazier in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
of course.
Don't know them. The other one was Sophia Hammonds.
Yep.
Again, don't know them.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, everybody's got to get to start somewhere.
So yeah, we'll see. You know, I don't know.
But Chad Michael Murray is back for this.
He is and handsome.
Yeah,
Still riding a motorcycle.
Still riding a motorcycle. Still handsome.
Yeah,
all that matters.
He's still crushing it. I'll bet too.
Yeah, yeah.
So this comes out August 8th. Are you going to see it?
Probably. You know.
I mean, you probably saw was Freaky Friday
In your
like
top
when
10 that year?
No, but was that more like were you in lower high school when that came out?
That was
or-
my senior year of high school. I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it when it was like on home video.
Okay, but you probably did have a crush on Lindsay Lohan at the time.
I absolutely had a crush
And
on
if you
Lindsay
didn't,
Lohan.
you're a fucking liar.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it could turn out to be good. You know, it depends if Mark Harmon's back. I'm pretty sure he is.
Mark Harmon is back.
Okay, then I'm in.
And then it's a go for Benny Boy.
All in on Mark Harmon.
More Harmon.
Yeah, if he doesn't play two roles in this movie, I'm out. I'll be very upset. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like maybe. I don't know.
Hark Marmon.
You know that one of Lindsay Lohan's friends in the original Freaky Friday is the little girl from Life with Mikey?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in a while. The Michael J. Fox film.
Mm-hmm. I loved that movie when I was a kid.
I bet you did. I mean, that's right up your alley.
Have you seen it
I have.
recently?
No,
Well, another one to watch with the kids.
I'm good.
Well, I think we're gonna have to make it happen.
I'm right.
I'm gonna say we need to get back on the assignment.
I
train.
watched mine.
It took
Yeah,
you
I
2
watched
weeks to
mine.
do it.
What was yours?
Nate was better.
What was yours?
He had one last week.
Yeah,
that he
Yeah,
watched.
but what was it? I don't even remember. You guys don't remember. So what's it matter?
You gave it to him.
Cool. What was
Oh, it
yours?
was the accountant.
Yeah, you watched the account. He
I
liked it.
liked it.
Yeah,
What was yours the last time?
mine was Prince of Egypt.
Cool. Did you like it?
Yeah, we talked about it. It was
Alright.
a whole podcast.
Yeah,
episode.
a beautiful animation. Not the best script, but
Not enough
yeah.
dragons.
I mean, I'm going to be on vacation this week, so I got time to watch a movie.
Okay,
You're not going to Jamaica to watch a movie.
I'm not going to Jamaica.
where are you going?
Couts, Indiana.
I think it's pronounced Coots.
I'm going down Couts. Going down south.
All
South
right,
30.
so we're gonna do assignments for next time. And
Okay.
Don't fuck it up. And you guys have 2 weeks, so
I love it. I can watch one. Thought I was going to say I can watch two, but I can't. Watch one.
You can.
Did you see Wicked yet?
Yeah, I saw Wicked last year.
Whoa. Just easy with the attitude.
Jesus, it's March.
Easy with your fucking attitude.
Actually,
You know
funnily enough, Wicked was the last new movie I saw in theater. So
what's that? What's that?
Do you remember,
voice?
by the
I
way,
don't
at the
care
beginning of
about
the year,
that's side talking, Brad.
that. Ugh.
do you remember what Ben announced at the beginning of the year he was going to do?
Watch 365 movies.
Yeah, where you at?
15.
I'm at a baker's dozen. No, I think I'm in the
Well, you had a baker's dozen hot dogs.
I'm in the 50s.
Oh, so you're not too bad. You got.
I mean, I'm probably 10 behind, 12 behind by now. We watch a lot of movies with the kids.
Just not the ones that we tell them to.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I watched the SpongeBob movie, the Plankton one.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, I actually liked it. It was weirder than the animation and stuff is just very different.
It's textured.
Yeah, it was more Ren and Stimpy ish.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But actually, yeah, no, I liked it. The boys loved it.
I have a screener of the new Looney Tunes movie that I need to watch, and I've heard it's very funny.
There you go. Let me know.
Looney Tunes: The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Guys, this was a lovely podcast.
Hey, we had a good time.
Except for that ambush of a game.
Man, I love that so much.
Yeah,
Nate.
that was-
Anytime you want to do that, I'll be on board.
Yeah, just a real fun thing to come into and just have my life torn apart.
My life torn apart by AI.
It's great.
Oh.
Just sitting in Ben's gamer chair, sipping my water, and just having.
Just gonna have a coronary.
Yeah.
His heart rate's just going up.
just-
He's like, of course you think that. Of course you think that. Oh, you're going to side with Ben? Of course.
I'm gonna go home and shit a literal brick
Oh, HANA means blood pressure medication.
somewhere.
All right, love you guys.
Not as much as I love you.
No, bye everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?